With this, we come to a sixth point, that is two normally opening AV valves. These are the two atrioventricular valves. This is the left side, this is the right side. So these are mitral valve, this is the tricuspid valve. The tricuspid valve is little apically inserted at the ventricular septum. So this forms an offset, and this itself is the seventh point, which is the crux of the heart. The crux of the heart is this central point where the atrioventricular valves, the interventricular septum, and the interatrial septum are all meeting here. So when the valves are open, you don't see the crux very well, but when the AV valves are closed, you see this particular portion very well. And whenever the crux is missing, you can make it out very well. As you can see here, when the valves are open, you see one big hole in the center of the heart. And when the valves are closed, since it is a single valve, it forms one straight line and the apical offset is lost. This is the normal finding. This is the normal four-chamber view of the heart. So there is a VSD here, there is ASD here, and there is a linear kind of an appearance where the offset is lost. So this is what you see in atrioventricular septal defects or endocardial cushion defects. These two ear-like projections, what you see in the left atrium, are the two pulmonary veins. So in a four-chamber view, you can always rule out total pulmonary venous connections. You can't really rule out the partial anomalous pulmonary venous drainage, but the total anomalous pulmonary venous drainage, which is going to be a cyanotic heart disease, can be ruled out when you see these two inferior pulmonary veins opening into the left atrium. So as you can see here, these are the ear-like projections, what you see in the left atrium. Area behind the heart, you only see one vessel, that is the descending aorta behind the heart. When you start seeing two like this, you should suspect if there is anomalous pulmonary venous drainage, there may be IVC interruption, and one of this may be the azygous vein which is draining into the superior vena cava. So once you start seeing these two structures, you will start looking for more things in the heart. Intact ventricular septum. So when you see here, this is the intact ventricular septum, but here if you see, there is a small kind of a VSD which is seen here. As you can see here, this ventricular septum is not intact, and you will see this VSD very well. Equal thickness of the ventricular wall. You should always look at this thickness of the ventricular wall, and this is something abnormal. So you can make out easily when your eyes are trained to see that and look at these structures. Contractility and rhythm, of course, the heart should be rhythmically contracting, as you can see here. So these are the 12 points to look at the four-chamber view of the heart. So what are the types of four-chamber view? Three types of four-chamber view according to the orientation of the fetus to the ultrasound beam. So when the fetal left anterior chest wall is closest to the transducer, it is the apical four-chamber view. The fetal right posterior chest wall is closer, then it is a basal four-chamber view. And when the fetal spine is neither anterior nor posterior, but it is to the right or left lateral, then it is the transverse four-chamber view. And a detailed four-chamber evaluation requires more than one type of a four-chamber view. So whenever we are doing a fetal echo, we always look at the four-chamber view in an apical or basal four-chamber and a transverse four-chamber view. Then once you put on the color, this is the spine, these are the atria, the blood flow direction is from the atrium to the ventricle, which is towards your probe, and that's why you will see it in red. It should completely fill up the ventricles. The flow through the foramen ovale is through the right atrium, from the right atrium to the left atrium. So all these things can be looked at the color Doppler examination of a four-chamber view. This is the PW in mitral valve. The same you will get it in tricuspid valve. This is the E wave and the A wave, and this W kind of a pattern you always get whenever you are sampling the atrioventricular valves in a 4-chamber view. So this is what I mean by these 12 checklists. When you start scanning the 4-chamber view, you see the situs, you look at the stomach and then the pointing of the apex, the size of the for the heart, the axis of the heart, two equal size atria, two equal size ventricles. This is the right ventricle because this is a moderator band. Two normally opening AV valves. There is a foramen ovale flap which is seen here. Two pulmonary veins are seen here as ear-like projections. This is the descending aorta, only one vessel seen behind the heart. The ventricular septum is intact, it's seen in its entire extent. The thickness of the ventricular wall is good and the contractility is good. So as I said, it doesn't take more than 2 to 3 seconds. The only thing is the practice. So this is just one abnormal example which just helps you analyzing the 4-chamber heart. As I said, once the heart is abnormal, it becomes really very difficult to diagnose things. There is a cardiomegaly, of course. This is a spine here and this is the aorta which is seen here. So this particular structure on your left side is the left atrium and ventricle, and these are the right atrium and right ventricle. So how will you analyze this heart? As two equal size atria? Well, no. The left atrium is bigger than the right atrium. Two equal size ventricles? Well, no. The left ventricle is bigger than the right ventricle. Two normally opening AV valves? Well, this particular on the left side, the valve is opening, that's the mitral valve, but this tricuspid valve is not opening at all. The equal thickness of ventricular wall? Well, no. Ventricular wall appears thickened, more so on the right side. The intact ventricular septum, well, I think this particular part of the septum, there may be VSD. Foramen ovale flap is not really seen very well because it appears in fact closed. It may be because of abnormality of the heart. And of course, the contractility is also not very good. This particular part of the heart is not really contracting very well. It is just moving with the moving of the heart, but this is a passive movement. So this, once you start analyzing the heart, your mind gets set to analyze the fetal heart once you start seeing all these 12 checkpoints in the 4-chamber view.